Hey y'all, I'm Ashley and this is All Bodies Travel, a channel all about travel, everything from road trips to cruise ships. And today I'm going to go through my basket of cruise essentials and see what I have, see what I need to restock, see what I need to buy for my 2 upcoming cruises later this year. So let's dig in. First of all, I have my hat, my sun hat, because I need a sun hat for the beach. So I've got that. I'm good to go on that. Next up, I have my snorkel. I don't know where my goggles are, but I do have my own snorkel and goggle set. My goggles are prescription, which is a huge advantage because I can actually see underwater. I have pretty bad eyesight, so the first time that I tried wearing goggles and going under was actually on a scuba excursion that didn't go well. I didn't make it under the water because I couldn't see. I didn't feel like I could breathe right, and it just didn't go well for me. So but on my next excursion, actually at the same place that I did the scuba excursion, I did a snorkeling excursion, and I took my own snorkel and goggles, and it was great. It was amazing. This was in Cancun at a place called Sand Dollar Sport. If you ever get the chance to go there, I highly recommend them. They are very size inclusive. When my husband and I, who we are both bigger people, we went scuba diving, and there was no judgment about our size. They made straps that fit us, and took us out like it was nothing. So and then they also have at least one larger bodied person working there, so it just felt very inclusive. I did not feel judged for my size, and it was a great experience, other than me not being able to get under the water in my scuba gear. But with the snorkeling, you know, again, there was no judgment about it. It was just, you know, take your clothes off in my swimsuit, obviously. And they hooked me up with some flippers that actually worked with my feet because I have lymphedema. My feet are not only wide and long because I'm tall, but they're also high. They have some height to them. They're fat. But they were able to find flippers that worked for me. So again, Sand Dollar Sport in Cancun, if you ever get the chance to go there. I did an excursion. The first time the scuba was with Royal Caribbean, and the snorkeling was with Virgin. They are a common company that cruise lines use for these kinds of water sport activities: scuba, snuba, and snorkeling. So my snorkel. Next up, I have my compression packing cubes. I like to use these because, oh, sorry, I have a cat. Get out of the basket. I got a new kitten, and she's very excited about everything. She's never seen this basket before because it's been in the closet, but she's excited about it. So my packing cubes, these are the compression sort. I like them because they keep everything nice and tidy. I can either separate by outfits, or I can separate by types of clothing, like shirts, shorts, skirts, underwear, that sort of thing. Oh, we have a kitten coming up behind me now. There's Void. I hope you can see her. She's a little wild child, but she's very sweet. She's almost 5 months old. We've had her for about almost 2 months. But here's Void. Oh, she's not happy about being picked up. Sorry, cat interlude. Next up, I have my ginger candies. I get these for being on the ship in case I get a little seasick. Ginger is supposed to help. I'm actually looking for an expiration date to make sure they're not too out of date. Best before August 28th, 2024. So these will be good for the rest of the year, I'm sure. So I've got my ginger candies. Next, I have my little Ziploc reusable bags. These are good for putting toiletries in, for putting little things in. Sometimes I put my jewelry in these instead of my jewelry case or my toiletries bag. But these are just great to have on hand for anything. Speaking of putting things in them, this one has my magnets because I always travel with these little magnetic hooks, as you can see there. And I just keep these in my travel basket, although I do have a couple of the clippy sort that I keep on the fridge, and I just grabbed these off the fridge this morning, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop those in here too so I don't forget about them. I like the hook magnets for hanging bags or hanging you know, wet swimsuit or my hat, whatever. I can stick papers to the wall with them, but the clips will allow me to stick things to the wall and just clip it on rather than having to take the magnet off and have everything everywhere. So I like the clips for like excursion tickets. So they're easy. There's the cat again. Easy to grab and go. Magnets are a great way to help you organize your cabin and keep papers and stuff off the desk area, because there's never enough room on the desk area for everything that you need. So magnets. Oh, there's Void again. Void. Her name is Void because she's black. And if you saw her eyes previously, she has a little, when she was a kitten, she had an eye infection that kind of glued everything together. She's had surgery to fix that, and she's about half blind now, but it does not slow her down at all. And she's turning into a real sweetheart. Next up, I have my pop-up laundry hampers. I love these. I have two of them, one for me and one for my husband. I love these because, again, they help with organization, and they're just little pop-up hampers. I keep my dirty clothes in these because I don't want to have to dig my suitcase out every time. I like to keep my suitcase under the bed or in the closet, and I don't want to dig that out every time I change my clothes or take clothes off or whatever. So I keep the hampers in my traveling basket. They're great for hotel rooms as well. When my husband and I went to a con, it was last year, I took these and it helped tremendously. It kept everything corralled rather than all over the room. Hampers, goodbye. Next, I have my sunscreen. I've got Sport Ultra 50 SPF, and I have the Sensitive Skin 50 SPF as well. And both of these are good through this year, so I'll have to replace these after our second cruise this year, but these are essentials if you're going to the Caribbean. Gotta have the sunscreen, especially if you're fair skinned like I am. Both of these are water resistant up to 80 minutes, and I believe reef safe because I always make sure that I get the reef safe sort, or reef friendly. Although the ecologist at the Sand Dollar place that I mentioned before in Cancun said that there's really no reef safe or reef friendly sunscreen, because it all comes off in the water and it all contributes to not great things happening for the reefs. So he recommended having what are those called? The shirts, rash guards, getting long sleeve rash guards to protect yourself from the sun, and also that's the best way to protect the reefs as well. I think there's a balance. You've got to do what you can for the ecology, but you also need to protect yourself from the sun. So there's, you know, you do the best you can, right? So for snorkeling, this on my next trip, we're stopping at Princess Keys, And I'll be taking my long sleeved one piece swimsuit that is high necked, and that will protect my back and my arms from the sun while I snorkel. I'm not going to be out that long, so I'm not too worried about my legs while snorkeling, but I will be doing that there. And then at the other 2 stops I'm on this cruise, I will be using sunscreen because they're more of a beachy day for me, and I won't really be, well, I'll be in the water a little bit, but not too much. Next up, I have aloe vera gel. This, you know, after sun treatment. That way, if I do get too much sun, I've got this with me. I also make sure I take a face moisturizer when I'm going on a beach cruise, or beachy cruise, because that way I can use the moisturizer if I get burned on my skin. And also, it's just good to have because the sun and the wind and the salt can all kind of dry out my skin. So I like to have the moisturizer specifically for my face to help keep it looking better. And then I have my solid deodorant. This is in here because I bought it last May for my cruise because I didn't want to get chub rub. Let me acknowledge here, not everybody loves that term, chub rub, but I have reclaimed it for myself because my thighs are chubby, and it's not a judgment, it's just what happens, right? When you have thighs that touch, and then you're walking a lot, or you don't even have to be walking that much. But anyway, deodorant, solid deodorant is a really good way to help prevent chub rub. And I also have some Body Glide now that I need to throw in this basket, as well as slip shorts, if you don't mind wearing an extra layer under your clothes. So you can, or bike shorts, slip shorts, whatever you want to wear underneath. I do have 2 pairs of Thigh Society slip shorts I will be taking on my cruises because I have found that the cooling and the regular both work really well. The cooling are a thinner fabric that are a little more breathable, but I really like the regular ones as well. So I'll be taking those and using them probably instead of the deodorant. Now this little guy is my travel corkscrew. You take it and you put it through here, and you have your little corkscrew. And I can't take this on the plane, technically, you're not supposed to. So I just throw it in my checked bag if I'm taking wine. If I'm not taking wine, I don't worry about it. I just leave it at home. But yeah, so if I'm taking my allotted 1 or 2 bottles of wine. Hi, ma'am. Apparently this is what she does. So if I'm taking my bottles of wine with me on the cruise ship, I will take my corkscrew. That way I don't get charged a corkage fee. I think it's like $15 on most cruise ships. And I don't have to ask anybody for one. Finally, in this basket, I have my luggage scale. Now this is just a little digital luggage scale that I use to weigh my bag before I go. I usually don't take it with me because I don't tend to buy a lot of souvenirs or anything. And if I do, I again tend to tuck them in my carry-on bags. So I'm not as worried about weight coming home as I am going there. So, but the luggage scale will tell me if my bag is within the limit. Luggage scale, great for checking your bag. So you just hook your bag on here and then lift it and let it get its weight. And that'll prevent overweight bag fees generally. And then for beach excursions, I'm taking my little packable bag, my little stuffable bag. I like this because it's super lightweight It's super thin. It'll be quick to dry if it gets wet, but it'll be great for stuffing a towel in, and my sunscreen and my snorkel and goggles, whatever I need to put in here for my beach days. I will have them on hand and just be able to carry this off the ship and not have to take anything else. I like it because it's a backpack. I don't like the one-armed bags. They're fine. They work, but I like having the weight evenly distributed, and I don't get as tired as quickly carrying those as I do with the one arm, and then you have to switch arms, and it's a whole thing. So my little stuffable backpack. Of course, of course, my Tide pen. Tide to go. This is a lifesaver. It saved us a couple of times from stained clothes on our last cruise in October of 2023. Definitely making sure I take this with me because I tend to be a little clumsy with my food sometimes. And also just you big-chested folks out there know that the shelf just kind of catches things that would normally fall on your lap or on the floor. So because of that, Tide pen is a saver. So get you one of these. And then I have another basket here of just little odds and ends that I take with me. A little pack of Kleenexes for the plane. My silicone zip ties. I use these for necklace organization, and they work great. They'd be great for cord organization as well. I have a little cord organizer. So I don't really need the zip ties, but if I do, I have them, and I'll zip tie everything up before I go while I'm packing. I have my Anchor battery pack here. I love this thing because it fits on my phone. I would show you the back of my phone, but I'm recording on my phone. But this just hooks up, magnetizes to the back of my phone through the case that I have on it, and charges on the go. It is makes the phone a little bit heavier, but it's worth it not to have cords coming out from it. I actually need to recharge this and get it ready, although I'm not going until the end of August, so. But it is good to have in my purse or something, so I should recharge it and stick it in my purse and replace the one with the cord that I have in there, which I will also be taking, which is also an Anchor battery pack, but it's good for, I don't know, 3 or 4 charges. It's immense. So, and this is, I think, I would say 2 charges maybe. I haven't tested it in a while, so I can't remember, but good to have. And then finally, I have my travel toothbrush. I always seem to forget my my electric toothbrush, so I make sure that I have my travel toothbrush just in case. That way, if I do forget it, I'll at least have a toothbrush, and I'll just have to find toothpaste somewhere. Speaking of, I have the toothpaste tabs. I will probably throw these in my bag. I don't particularly like them, but there's something. That way, if I do forget toothpaste, oh hey Phoebe. Phoebe is coming to see us. We've been blessed today with 2 of the 3 cats in this house. Come on. Come here. Oh, she's done. So I'll take the toothpaste tabs in case I do forget toothpaste, and then I won't have to find toothpaste anywhere. I'll have something to use. And last but not least, I guess, is my collapsible water bottle. I may not take this. I don't really like it. It has a little silicone strap, and it pops open once it has some air, and you can refill it. But I get the drinks package, so I'll probably just get bottled water, especially for taking off the ship. Drinking on the ship, I don't mind drinking tap water and out of a glass, but I don't know, something about this just, it seemed like a good idea at the time when I bought it, but I'm not super thrilled about it, so I may or may not take it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I didn't use it on the 10-day cruise that we took in October. So I'm not sure how it'll do for, or how I'll do on a 5-day cruise with it. I don't know. We'll see. I might take it. Well, that does it. That is the end of my basket. That is 2 of 3 cats that have been on camera today. I don't think Jasper's a little camera shy, so he won't be coming on. And he's been fairly quiet, I think. You might have heard him in the background because he does tend to vocalize when Void is trying to play with him. Anyway, enough about the cats. So I will put links to all these products in the description below. You can find them on Amazon. I do make a small commission if you purchase through that link, but it does not change the price that you pay for these items. So don't forget that I am a travel agent, and if you need help booking your next cruise, I am happy to help you out. My email is in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!